Okay, welcome back. It's Glinskis and Santa Teddy. How are you, Santa Teddy? Good. Okay, Santa Teddy is shy. The original story was about the island of unwanted toys, and Santa Teddy, of course, came from there because he's a teddy bear and also sort of a Santa Claus helper. And life was difficult, and I'm going to extend this broadcast, and it may be the last one for a while. I'm going to touch on 2 or 3 important topics. I touched on them already, and these are all Santa Teddy's ideas, except I am going to sneak in 1 or 2. I am in Iowa in the middle of the U.S. It's a Wednesday. The storm wasn't so bad here. It was bad enough. It was very bad blowing snow yesterday on the highways. They got more than other cities in the region. But I made through it. I made it through okay. Here is the first topic quickly about bullying. Sometimes on bullying, you might not want to go to a particular teacher, high school principal, or parent. There are other adults and so forth you can talk, and often in confidence. Sometimes, you fear reprisals. This happened to me when I was a kid. I was a skinny kid, tough, but skinny and about average size at that time. And I had major health problems all along, some weaknesses. If you went to a particular usual person about something bad, getting beaten up, you knew it was going to rebound on you. So this is why I say sometimes there's alternative adults, alternative people to talk about. And we're going to move back to the bigger topic for me now, is what if a parent is sick? If both parents are sick, it just makes it much tougher. They still need your affection and support and understanding. Again, as I said in the last video, I'm going to extend this video, talk about a few different things that are going on. Let me sip my coffee. It's coffee because I make coffee with the brown coffee, but make it instant style because I use a little container from an espresso machine I bought years and years ago, which actually failed pretty fast. Okay, I see baking soda. So I use baking soda for many things. There's 12 or 14 usage, including 2 or 3 health-wise at least. So I see that they're next to the stapling machine. And I think the toothpick container, I'm not sure. So on the parents or parent, again, you have to have understanding. And if they're working at home, possibly temporarily, when they usually work out of home, you have to be considerate. Young people, kids, you got to be considerate. We expect everybody to get better in time, especially the younger you are. Someone like me, almost 66, I expect to get better with ailments, but it takes a little longer. So you have a grandma or a granddad who's ill, you have to have more understanding. Their illnesses, whatever it may be more challenging, and you probably have to give even more understanding. I've been up 4 minutes. And what do you say? Was this a decent presentation so far, Santa Teddy? Yes. Okay, and Santa Teddy is kind of shy, that may be. So these are mainly Santa Teddy's ideas. If you're going to yell at someone, yell at him. I am cutting way back on all social media. It's just time, and it's the situations. And let's put Santa Teddy down a minute. We can bring him back later. He wants to have a little bit of a rest. He gets tired being held up like that. Well, what can I say? Twitter has certain things. I think I only have about 1% of the traction I want in many places. I have quit YouNow for 2024. I don't know if I'll be back there. Not more to say right now. I said goodbye to a couple of more people I know. There's a couple I haven't seen A couple of guys I haven't seen lately. Let's mention them, Harmer and Richard. Haven't seen them very recently, so they will find out that I am not on the app. YouTube, this is YouTube. I'm still on YouTube. I'm doing the kids' hopefully helpful stuff. I'll mention here and in the region Tuesday and Wednesday. Let's see, Monday afternoon, I believe they went home early. So Tuesday and Wednesday, no school in most of the cities in the region. I am in Southwest Iowa. I've been in Southwest Iowa completely since I sold. I sold a house in Northeast Iowa. Around September 2005, I owned it 7.5 years. It's a nice house on Main Street in that town. I am in a nice house now. As always, with real estate, they say, what's most important? Location, location, location. My rundown farmhouse misses on all 3 locations. This one might hit on one of the 3 location criteria. Same with the Northeast Iowa house, which was right on Main Street. I sold after 7.5 years. I note that more elderly people seem to be getting Alzheimer's. I have a little bit of a mental dropout once in a while. I take some, I hope I don't get banned for this. I don't see why, but I take sometimes B12. And, Santa Teddy wants to say something. Be careful. And he said, be careful. His throat is a little dry. And not sure if you heard that. But I found B12, and I have a couple of different kinds here. Seem to sometimes, I'm thinking of a name, not a name from yesterday, but from years or decades ago. And most my friends and relatives, when I tested them, they couldn't remember those things at all. But often the name will come back right after I have some vitamins, just by chance. Yes, I got to be careful what I'm saying. So, Getter, I'm still using that as a go-to. Go-to is Getter. Getter is better, but I get often small viewership. Back up to 100 on some of my live videos. 0, 15, 20 is common. I pretty much say what I want there. I never in 15 years always said what I wanted. There are certain third rail topics even I stayed away from, but I did touch on some third rail topics. And again, not going to get into any of that here. This is 8 minutes. I think my friend wanted a 10-minute plus. I'm not sure when I will visit with Santa Teddy again. I may, but it may be a while. What do you think? Is that good, Santa Teddy? No. And his voice is a little dry, and you may not. He said no. So that's not good. Santa Teddy likes to come on occasionally. That original video is missing. I have not been able to find it. It's probably on a thumb drive, but some of my thumb drives have failed. One of the things I thought was neat in the car, and I hope I don't get, well, if this was Twitter, I might get a community action, a community report, but you have a little plug-in. Now, you can do a slow charge on your phone with just a wire. It's a slow charge. You can put a USB in there. So if it's music you own, buy and pay for, My Piano Music, whatever I have, those could go in there and you can listen while driving. That car is 12 years, let's see, February, it's 12 years old now, officially in a couple of weeks, but you also have in that car a CD player or DVD player. I don't see too many CDs anymore. Basically it's the DVD. DVD has evolved, but you can listen to music while driving. I don't drive as much now. Glinska still isn't feeling that great. He learned something yesterday, possibly important. So, and I feel better than yesterday. The last few weeks, I have been feeling as good as I felt in 6 months and maybe even longer. So how's that, Santa Teddy? Is that good? Good. And Santa Teddy said good. And the other things with kids, I will be open to suggestions. Let me say here officially, and I have an itchy nose, so someone wants to fight with me, I guess. What the best way, if you notify me, it doesn't have to be direct messages. You notify me on Twitter or Getter. I will be seeing those, especially Twitter. I'm still looking at that, but I'm just not saying too much, and I won't. You want to see who I follow, you can look there. I am still in touch with half a dozen people from you now, from 2012, from 11 full years ago. Guys and gals, I guess more gals than guys. They tend to be now, the age range now currently is like 25 to 45, basically, give or take. Over the years, I've lost touch with so many. I mean, the last 3 or 4 years, I'm still in touch with a dozen or 2 dozen of those people. The middle years, kind of 5 to 8 years ago, I don't know if I'm in touch with really anybody, unless I was in touch with them the first year or two. And this is 12 minutes. And again, if you have suggestions on maybe a topic, if you are young or not so young, if you want me to hit on a topic for the young kids. Now, you know, I don't even watch the young kids. They're nearby. There's a playground nearby, but I sit in the back of my house, kind of sheltered. I hear them yelling and cavorting. It makes me feel young, and it gives me a little hope. The future will be bright for some of us, or some young people. I'm hopeful. It does give me a little hope and a little energy. And I'm not even watching, I'm listening. There always seems to be one little girl screeching. In 6 years, and I don't know what they have, 4 recesses in a nearby school, at least 3. I mean, I don't keep careful track. There's intermittent recesses, you know, during the school day. Seems to be the same little girl screaming and yelling. Of course it's not. It's different ages, different time periods. There's probably a couple of dozen. You know, you say, I hope nothing bad really happens. You know, no one will pay attention for a while, but I'm just talking here. This is 13 minutes. Lucky 13, I think I'm going to break. And I think it's going to be time for Santa Teddy to wave goodbye. He's going to wave goodbye to you folks. And he's going to, what are you going to say, Santa Teddy? Hi! And his voice is a little dry and cracked. That's the weather. And you know, I was sitting out in the sun at 24 degrees, and I was outside on the porch, but it was pretty sheltered. And yes, the sun is bright and warm. I was able to sit for 5 or 10 minutes. But yes, 2 sweaters on, but not even a hat, and nothing else to speak of. And was pretty comfortable for a while. I enjoy that. I enjoy simple things in life. I enjoy a hot cup of coffee, the warm sun on me on a cold day, counteracting a slight breeze, and looking at attractive people in their bathing suits. Let me say that. Hopefully I won't get politically correct attacks. I'm going to break now. It's the 15th minute. Bye for now, folks. Be careful out there. We'll look forward to whenever I hear or see from you collectively or individually again.